Gone with a Handsomer Man by Michael Lee West. Narrated by Marguerite Gavin. Copyright 2011 by Michael Lee West. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Michael Lee West and the Trident Media Group, and was produced in the year 2011 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. To Tyler West, who kept watch. But one thing's settled with me, to appreciate heaven well, 'tis good for a man to have some 15 minutes of hell. Will Carleton, Gone with a Handsomer Man. 1. All I ever wanted in life was true love, a set of copper cookware, and a perfect recipe for red velvet cake. The last thing I wanted was to end up on Charleston 6 o'clock news, accused of murder and a slew of other crimes. It started Monday, the first week in June, when I thought I'd gotten the dates wrong for my cake-baking class. Numbers don't usually stick in my mind. This one did because it was my 29th birthday, and my fiance, Bing Jackson, surprised me with the darlingest gifts, pastry bags, a 53-piece Wilton Supreme cake decorating set, and 8 prepaid classes at the Vivian Beaumont School of Cake Design. Before we left Bing's house in Mount Pleasant, he opened a bottle of Moet and we toasted our upcoming wedding. Then we drove across the river into downtown Charleston and turned down East Bay Street. He pointed to a red brick building with a giant neon cupcake sitting on the roof. "Teeny, this is where you'll be every Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. He said, "Class start June 4th. That's only 3 days from now." A lot of women might have gotten suspicious over the exact details, but not me. Bing was all about timing. Thanks to the giant clock inside his head, he'd never been late to a real estate closing or open house. His Rolex was just for show. "Tinekins, I signed you up for this class because I want you to make our wedding cake," he said, "but I don't want something traditional. How about an 18-hole golf course? You can do sand traps and little spun sugar balls." "You bet." I threw my arms around his neck. We were getting married in August, only 10 weeks to go, and my thoughts were already skipping ahead to the wedding. Maybe I could make the groom's cake, too. Something unusual like a giant tea or a Big Bertha driver. On Thursday night, I put down the top on my beat-up turquoise Oldsmobile and drove from Bing's house across the Cooper River. The school's parking lot was empty, and I began to fret. Was I Miss Vivian's only student, or had I arrived a tad early? I leaned toward the rearview mirror and combed my wind-blown hair. It's long and blonde, prone to tangles. Normally I didn't drive with the convertible top down, but my air conditioner was broken. I grabbed my cake decorating kit, along with the enrollment packet, and walked to the door. It was locked, and a memo was taped to the glass. Due to circumstances beyond Miss Vivian's control, classes had been rescheduled and would commence next Thursday. I walked back to my Olds and drove back to Mount Pleasant. When I passed a grocery store on Ben Sawyer Boulevard, I did a U-turn and angled into the parking lot. I came out with an apple walnut salad with raspberry vinaigrette, a wedge of brie, and a cheesecake sampler. Nothing beats fresh, simple food on a sticky, hot summer night in Charleston. It was almost 8 o'clock when I turned down Rifle Range Road. The sky curved above me like an oyster shell, ribbed and grainy. Even though it was still daylight, the moon was on the rise, moving through the clouds like a dropped pearl. Long before Mama left for good, she used to say a full moon cleared troublesome matters of the heart, wiped the slate clean, and resolved unfinished business. My heart wasn't burdened in the least as I sped down the highway. I turned into Jackson Estates, a new subdivision the economy had flattened. Bing owned all 13 acres, and his green stucco house sat in the rear, surrounded by peach trees and empty lots. A real peaceful setting. But the minute I pulled into the driveway, I knew something was wrong. First, my bulldog, Sir, didn't shoot out of the doggy door to greet me. Second, a white BMW convertible was parked under the mimosa.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?